Hi there! A couple of months ago I did my very first ultra run of 100 kilometers from Nida to Buttingen. During the race I have tracked my blood sugar levels continuously using the CGM sensor. So let's see how my glucose levels were acting before, during and after the run, and let's break down the science behind such runs. Let's get started! But firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Ignas Survila and I'm co-founder and CEO at Tyler Health. We are an early-stage startup tracking blood glucose levels continuously and helping people maintain and improve their metabolic performance. I've been reading, watching, listening and experimenting with the glucose molecules for a while now, and therefore I decided to share everything I'm learning with you. It's actually great for both of us since I can open new paths and discussions by sharing, which can open new ideas, opportunities and different possibilities. But of course it's also great for Tyler, and I don't intend to hide that. Brilliant people at Tyler are doing crazy exciting experiments, and I believe that people outside must hear about it. Therefore, if you like such content or dislike anything, please let me know your opinion in the comments below. Now let's get back to the run. Let me introduce some statistics and facts first. I've inserted the CGM into the back of my upper arm 24 hours before the 100 kilometers race. And the glucose profile was monitored continuously until the 73rd kilometer. The total duration of the run was 11 hours 37 minutes and 42 seconds. The average pace of the run was 6 minutes and 58 seconds per kilometer. The average heart rate was 152 beats per minute. The total elevation gain was 175 meters. The total calories I burned during the run were 6,833 kilocalories. And the total amount of carbohydrate intake during the race was 1,128 grams. I ate 10 Cliff Bars, 7 regular Morten gels, 4 Morten gels with caffeine, drank 2 packs of the Rehydron, took 12 salt pills and have a total of 11 liters of water. My average blood glucose level during the whole run was at 101 milligrams per deciliter. It's essential to mention that the outside temperature that day was hitting plus 30 Celsius, which is equivalent to approximately 90 of Fahrenheit. So let's quickly review what's glucose molecule and why it's so important for everyone. The body breaks down most carbohydrates from the foods we eat and converts them to a type of sugar called glucose. Glucose is the ultimate source of fuel for our cells. When the body doesn't need to use glucose for energy, it stores it in the liver and muscles. This stored form of glucose is made of many connected glucose molecules and it's called glycogen. When the body needs a quick boost of energy, or when the body isn't getting glucose from food, glycogen is broken down to release glucose into the bloodstream to fuel cells, muscles and brain. I believe that one of the most critical steps in running 100 kilometers is preparation. Everything affects your performance, from the consistent training to an exact nutrition plan created in the Excel sheets. I've been speaking with my friends and coach who have done ultras before, and everyone said that this is absolute nutrition and mental game more than the endurance one. Also, everybody was highlighting the anti-chafing gel as the must-have object to buy and lubricate the whole body except the eyes. And believe me, that's totally true. I'm on 48th kilometer. I just ate 1 Cliff Bar and drank the full bottle Rehydron mix with water. Talking about nutrition, it is crucial to optimize fueling during the run and have at least 90 grams of pure carbs eaten in an hour to keep our energy levels high, prevent blood sugar from dropping, and help replenish glycogen levels for a speedier recovery. I just had like 2 cheese sticks, which were like the best, literally the best cheese sticks I ate in my life. Otherwise, you can hit the wall, and believe me, you'd rather not push until there. That's because the human body stores carbohydrate as a glycogen in the muscles and liver, and the depletion of glycogen can cause fatigue and impaired performance. Once glycogen reserves are depleted, fat becomes the primary source of fuel. Endurance training increases body's ability to oxidize fat, which in theory can help runners prolong endurance exercise without depleting their glycogen stores. However, it is more difficult for our bodies to use fat for energy, and if given a choice, muscles prefer carbohydrates to use for energy. Knowing that, months before my run, I started to take at least 2 gels while running longer exercises, so my stomach wouldn't make any surprises at 100K race. Speaking about glucose levels, a theoretical pattern of blood sugar while exercising is for level to rise during the first part of training as the body warms up, then gradually declines until exhaustion. Since a 100 kilometers is not a joke, we want to avoid exhaustion and glycogen depletion so we could have enough energy to finish the race. The level at which blood glucose starts to impact performance appears to be somewhat different for different individuals. So, 19th kilometer, 10K left, I feel like shit. I found that for me personally, performance often suffered when the blood glucose dropped below 100 milligrams per deciliter. This was a pretty nice reference point to try maintaining during the race, and this helped me a lot. My biggest regret was that I peeled off the sensor by accident at the 73rd kilometer and I couldn't get all the data after the race. Because honestly, the most challenging and interesting part was not before, not during, but after the run. The moment I came back to my hotel room, around 25 minutes after the race, I started to shiver so badly that I couldn't stop myself. It's actually pretty usual for endurance athletes, and it occurs when the body loses heat faster than it can produce it. The most interesting part for me was to test whether the glucose levels were plummeting during that shivering, and could you see the correlation between blood sugar and that crazy shaking. To sum up, the journey was truly challenging. I was so motivated by other runners, their dedication, discipline, and irresistible commitment to the goal. There are still many unanswered questions about dehydration, overtraining, the connection between cortisol and insulin resistance, magnesium depletion, and etc. I'll try to break down all these topics and help you understand them better, not only in theory, but also in practice. Finally, the key goal of this ultra wasn't experimenting with the CGM and testing the correlation between blood glucose levels and my endurance performance, but it generally helped me to understand my body better. I am very grateful that this technology exists and I have an opportunity to test it myself. If you liked this video, please click subscribe and the bell icon. Also, please let me know your opinion if such info is relevant to you and maybe there are some issues you'd like to change. Since it's not my full-time focus, I'd like to improve by only giving the content that makes sense for everyone. Cheers, I'll see you soon, and stay tuned.